SunnyV2 was and still is one of the biggest essay documentary commentary YouTubers. SunnyV2 inspired a brand new genre of documentary essay content, people like Internet Anarchist taking what makes SunnyV2 good and making it better and developing on it. However, it hasn't always been rainbows and sunshine for SunnyV2. Last year, SunnyV2 faced his biggest controversy when he uploaded a video about MrBeast's Kris Tyson. A year and a half later, what's changed? Is SunnyV2 still cancelled, and do people even like SunnyV2 anymore? On the 13th of April 2023, SunnyV2 would upload the video that would define his internet career. The video in question, being why Kris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast, immediately sent shockwaves through the internet, with lots of people criticizing SunnyV2 for what he was saying about Kris and MrBeast in this video. Kris Tyson wasn't seen as a person in this video, but a product for MrBeast and how it could affect his brand instead of how transitioning affects Kris. The backlash from this was shown very effectively in Luista's video about SunnyV2 at the time, with lots of content creators being outraged by how SunnyV2 handled the situation and how he was speaking about Kris and MrBeast.
Decision for Kris, and then Sunny made an absolute stinker about it.
This is a human being. We're talking about a fucking human being, dude. That's crazy.
And many
It
more.
was safe to say that people were outraged at the time over this SunnyV2 video. It led people to go back on SunnyV2's older content to find other mistakes that he had made. It was safe to say for most of the active internet and the commentary community, SunnyV2 was not liked whatsoever, and his content started to become sour. Due to the controversy at hand around SunnyV2's name, people started looking at his content less favorably and calling his content essay slop.
As this guy says, one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard in my entire life. The video in itself is nothing but an afterthought, something to justify the title and thumbnail that he picked. In reality, after you click on one of these videos, the guy could essentially still say whatever he wants and get the same amount of views because the aesthetic does such a good job of selling you the whole thing.
Content creators would slowly stop reacting to his content as regularly, and around the same time as well, this is when his views and subscribers would start to decrease. Or at least for SunnyV2 standards and what he would class as decrease. The situation around Kris Tyson in this video got so bad, MrBeast actually ended up responding to this on Twitter. Yeah, this is getting absurd. Kris isn't my quote-unquote nightmare. He's my effing friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to really piss me off. As soon as SunnyV2 uploaded his Kris Tyson video is when he immediately started to receive hate. But whilst there was a lot of hate from lots of people on the internet and lots of people were criticizing him, this hate didn't last for that long. See, this was very different to any other random drama. Usually when a person or a content creator is involved in a massive controversy, they wait for the controversy to die down before responding. The issue with doing this is most people forget by the time you've responded, but when you respond, you remind people and the hate just starts back up again and keeps it fresh in people's minds. However, SunnyV2 did the opposite. Instead of responding immediately or responding later, he didn't respond or apologize at all. And as well, instead of taking a break like most YouTubers would if they were just called out by MrBeast, SunnyV2 kept uploading at a pretty regular pace, ignoring any criticism and hate that came towards his way. By this point in SunnyV2's online career, the perception around him had changed massively. Before, any hate towards SunnyV2 was mainly brushed off as people just being jealous or the hate being unfounded. Now, most hate was supported against SunnyV2 because there were genuine logistical reasons to go against SunnyV2. Some of his past videos and his recent Kris Tyson one. But by not responding to the criticism and people going against him, it slowly died down and SunnyV2 continued with his career and videos like normal, until fairly recently. Up until now, the hate against SunnyV2 had 100% died down, a lot of people had moved on, while SunnyV2 was still kind of a punching bag for his slop essay video. Due to these videos and his previous controversies, people parodied him and made lots of jokes at his expense.
Today we're going to be talking about some random YouTubers who did something really quite minor, but since I'm a commentary channel, I've figured out a way to make it seem way worse than it really is by framing it in a way that specifically benefits me. I want to reassure you that what this person did that you've never heard of was really bad, not just because the more negative I talk, the more views I get, but I also want to virtue signal that I'm way better than the person we're talking about, because in reality half of the stuff I said about the person is completely untrue and this whole video probably wasn't warranted anyway.
However, unknown to the internet, this would soon rapidly change. During the summer of 2024, one of YouTube's biggest scandals would come to light. Kris Tyson and MrBeast would be directly in the firing line. Kris Tyson would be called out for their association with Shadman, and lots of allegations would come their way. This opened up the floodgates to talk about Kris Tyson in a negative light, and people to come out against MrBeast and his practices at his company. And like SunnyV2 had said a year previously, Kris Tyson did in fact become a nightmare for MrBeast, but not in the way that he was thinking. However, due to the massive hate against MrBeast and Kris Tyson, people went back to that SunnyV2 video and looked on it more favorably. Regardless of what SunnyV2 was saying in this video about Kris Tyson and MrBeast, people didn't care. Kris Tyson was public enemy #1, so people are going to look on this way more favorably than they previously were. Now, if you go on SunnyV2's Kris Tyson MrBeast video, all the top comments are praising SunnyV2 for not apologizing and how well this video has quote unquote aged. To add more to this fire around SunnyV2's Kris Tyson video, a video was uploaded questioning if SunnyV2 was right all along.
All the drama. SunnyV2 explained that the whole Kris Tyson situation is gonna cause Jimmy way too many problems, with his hands being tied, unable to do anything but watch Tyson destroy everything that he built. Jimmy built his whole brand on the basis of staying out of controversy and appealing to everyone. But now, having Kris being a transgender in the team has created a big split within his fan base, with people that support and others that are against the whole thing. Two have flooded X at the moment, saying he knew all along and everyone should apologize to him. Regardless of the outcome of the situation, Ava Tyson has caused and is causing many problems for Jimmy and the MrBeast brand, proving that SunnyV2 was right all along.
This video posed a question that SunnyV2 was right about Kris Tyson all along. It goes into last year's situation and the issues that Kris has found themselves within this year. Just the title and thumbnail alone sparked a conversation in the comments about how SunnyV2 was right all along and was warning people, even people agreeing with SunnyV2's initial stance, which was the thing that was panned in the first place. Just due to pure luck and time itself, SunnyV2, without having to post a statement or an apology, won the situation, regardless if he was in the right or not. With all the recent Kris Tyson stuff in mind, that does not make SunnyV2's video correct. The title about how Kris Tyson would be MrBeast's nightmare is pretty ironic and funny looking back on it, but his points in the video do not correlate with anything that's going on right now, meaning that it's not correct. It's just due to time itself, SunnyV2 not issuing an apology or statement, that SunnyV2 ended up on top in this situation. Not that his video has aged like fine wine and that his points are correct now. SunnyV2 still made a bad video and has made bad videos, but just due to time passing, his lack of responses, and just due to other controversies, he has managed to repair his reputation, or at least with the general audiences. This is a situation SunnyV2 will likely never address. It's something that is controversial in his past and broke his reputation of being crystal clean. Here's a man who knew how to play the game in terms of responses and got extremely lucky with controversies and time. However, I want to pose the question to you now. Do you think SunnyV2 was in the right with that Kris Tyson video? Do you think his reputation has been repaired due to the recent Kris Tyson situation? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you did enjoy today's video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing on this video. I upload weekly videos like this, so please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next Samuel video.
Better than the person we're talking about, because in reality half of the stuff I said about the person is completely untrue and this whole video probably wasn't warranted anyway. I literally could not care less about the topic I'm reporting on, and I'm only doing this because I know that reporting on this topic will provide me with ad revenue, subscribers, and an empty sense of meaning.